It's here. It's time. Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy have come together, you guys. This is a dream come true. Thank you so much to Wizards of the Coast for choosing me as an ambassador and sending me this product. We're going to go ahead and dive into this. All right, I'm probably going to mispronounce a lot of this, but I'm going to try my best. I'm so excited. First pack. Oh my god, that hero token is so cute. Arden. Oh my gosh, 8 mana. Demons you control have menace, lifelink, and haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target creature from a graveyard. If you exiled a card this way, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 5/5 demon. Wow, the art is so sick. What? Finn got a reprint. Nice. Death touch. Whenever a creature you control with death touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. Oh my god, the art is so sick. 4 mana 3/3. During your turn, Dion and other knights you control have flying. Whenever Dion enters, make a 2/2 white knight. Exile, return transformed. Ooh. Bahamut. Bahamut. Is that right? Warden of Light. Put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. Those creatures gain flying until the end of turn. Destroy target permanent, exile Bahamut. Then return it to the battlefield. Oh, face up. Got you. Yuffie? I'm obsessed. Ninjutsu 2/3/3. Whenever Yuffie enters, gain control of target non-creature artifact for as long as you control Yuffie. Then you may attach an equipment you control to Yuffie. Ooh, wow, gorgeous. Partner. It's a partner card. First strike. The second spell you cast each turn costs 2 less. Alice. Oh my gosh. Noctis. You may cast artifact spells from your graveyard by paying 3 life in addition to paying their other costs. If you cast a spell this way, that artifact enters with a finality counter on it. Island. Chocomog. Other creatures you control get +1/+0 until the end of turn. Eldebert Steiner. 2 mana lifelink, gets +1/+1 for each equipment you control. Garnet, Princess of Alexandria. Lifelink. Whenever Garnet attacks, you may remove a lore counter from each of any number of sagas you control. Put a 1/1 counter on Garnet for each lore counter removed this way. Poison the Waters. All creatures get -1/-1, or target player reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature and they discard that card. Ash, Princess of Dalmasca. Whenever Ash attacks, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest onto the bottom in random order. Instant Ramen Flash. When this artifact enters, draw a card. You can sack it for 2 and you gain 3 life. This is a search your library for a basic land or town. Put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. When you search your library this way, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Loperit Scout. Loperit? Yes. It's a rabbit. So cute. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. All right, next pack. How crazy would it be if we pulled a 1 out of 77? It's 77 chocobo golden chocobos, yeah? Okay, let's see. We have Golbez Crystal Collector. Wow. Whenever an artifact you control enters, surveil 1 at the beginning of your end step. If you control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature card from graveyard to your hand. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. Oh, we have a new reprint of Deadly Dispute. Wow. So pretty. Yes, let's go. I wanted this card. So good. Cecil. Oh, so good. Whenever Cecil deals damage, you lose that much life. Then if your life total is less than or equal to half your starting, you transform it. Lifelink, whenever Cecil attacks, other attacking creatures gain indestructible until the end of turn. So good. Mog Moogle Warrior, lifelink at the beginning of your end step. Oh, I just realized y'all can't see. Each player may discard a card. Each player who discarded a card this way draws a card. Creature card was discarded this way, you make a 1/2 Moogle with lifelink. If it was a non-creature, then you put a 1/1 on each Moogle you control. Ooh, we just pulled this one, but I like it. Zodiarch Umbral God. When Zodiarch enters, each player sacrifices half the non-god creatures they control. Rounded down. When a player sacrifices another creature, put a 1/1 counter on Zodiarch. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Omega Heartless Evolution. When Omega enters, for each opponent, tap up to 1 target non-land permanent they control, put an X stun counters on it. For each of those permanents, you gain X life, where X is the number of non-basic lands you control. Diamond Weapon. This costs 1 less to cast for each permanent card in your graveyard. Reach. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to Diamond Weapon. Poo-poo! UFO. Flying. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Until the end of turn, this creature's base power becomes equal to the number of towns you control. Galif's Final Act. Until the end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and gains when this creature dies. Put a number of 1/1 counters equal to its power on up to 1 target creature. Albid Salvagers. When this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies, target opponent loses a life and you gain a life. I love effects like that. Ooh, the eyeball. Sacrifice another creature or artifact and draw a card. Ari man. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we're just gonna go with it. Fate of the Sun Chris. The spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. Destroy target non-land permanent. Laughing Mad. Wow. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and it has flashback. Oh, sorry. Oh! Ooh, Cypher Almasy. Wow, I love this art. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until the end of turn. Whenever Cypher deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery with mana 3 or less from graveyard without paying its mana cost, and then exile it. Wow. Ooh, Squall Leonheart. So this is a reprint of Danitha. First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, Aura, and Equipment spells cost 1 less to cast. Kuja. Wow. At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped 0/1 black wizard creature token. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. If you have 4 or more wizards, transform. Ooh, so cool. If a wizard you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage instead. Love that. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I like this art. Hope. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent mills X cards, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. Wow, that could be broken. Kate Sith. Fortune Teller. At the beginning of combat on your turn, scry 1, then exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. When you exile a card this way, target creature you control gets +X/+0, where X is that card's mana value. Ultima. Oh my god. It is a god. Flying. Whenever Ultima attacks, put a blight counter on target land. For as long as the land has a blight counter on it, it loses all land types and abilities and has just add a colorless. Whenever you tap a land for colorless, add an additional. Wow, that's so good. Love that. Whoa, Surge Foil Zidane. All right, well, apparently it's Zidane. So we're going with that. Zidane. When Zidane enters, gain control of target creature an opponent controls until the end of turn. Untap it. It gains lifelink and haste. Whenever an opponent gains control of permanent from you, you make a treasure token. Prompto. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, make a treasure. Selfie. Selfie shot. Lock Coal. Wow. So cool. 3 mana Death Touch lifelink. When Lock Coal deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. Swallowed by Leviathan. Choose target spell, Surveil 2. Then counter the chosen spell unless his controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. Restoration Magic. So choose 1 additional cost. Okay, interesting. So target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible. Target permanent gains a hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. You gain 3 life. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible, and you gain 6 life. That's pretty good. Ooh. Lunatic Pandora. So you surveil 1, sacrifice it, destroy target non-land permanent. Oh my gosh, how do you say that? Gisal Greens. I don't know. Create a 2/2 bird. Whenever a land you control enters, this token gets +1, +0 until the end of turn, and it has flashback. A Gaily cat. Flying Vigilance. As long as you control 2 or more artifacts, this creature gets +2. We have a bird and a wizard. Okay, we got a Surge Foil of the Kuya. Wow, so pretty. Oh my gosh. And an Endwalker, which is a Brainstorm. Oh, that is sick. Draw 3 cards, but 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Kane. Oh, this one is so good. During your turn, Kane has flying. Whenever Kane deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kane. If they do, draw that many cards and create that many tapped treasure tokens, and then lose that much life. Squall. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until the end of turn. Whenever Squall deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent card with mana 3 or less from graveyard to the battlefield. Strago and Realm. Sketch and Lore. Target opponent exiles card from the top of their library until they exile an instant sorcery or creature. You can cast that card without paying its mana cost. If you cast a creature spell this way, it gains haste at the beginning of the end step. Sacrifice it. I like that. Jumbo Cactuar. Clash of the Icons. Oh my gosh. Wow, this art is so sick. Choose 1 or more target creature control fights. Target creature and opponent controls. Remove a lore counter from a target saga you control. Put a lore counter on target saga you control. Fang. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, you draw a card and you lose a life. This ability only triggers once. And it's the meld card. Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste. When Ragnarok dies, destroy target permanent and return target non-legendary permanent from graveyard to the battlefield. Wow. Side quest, Hunt the Mark. Whenever this enchantment enters, destroy up to 1 target creature at the beginning of your end step. If a creature died under an opponent's control this turn, create a treasure token. If you control 3 or more treasure tokens, transform. Ooh. Yes, Matt. So sacrifice another creature or artifact and it gains indestructible until the end of turn and tap it. Torgal, a Fine Hound. Whenever you cast your first human creature spell each turn, that creature enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it for each dog, wolf you control, and then you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Ether, exile this artifact, add a blue. Whenever you next cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new spells for the copy. Ice Flan. When this creature enters, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. Has island cycling. Dragoons. Oh my god, so cute. Whenever this creature enters, make a 1/1 colorless hero. So you choose one, deals 3 damage to target creature. If that creature would die, exile it instead, or exile target artifact. Do you know who I'm kind of dressed like today? I'm not gonna say because it's not in the same universe. It's not in the same IP, but let me know down below what you think. Wow. I like this hero token. It's so pretty. Gosh. Who did this art? Solon. Okay, so we have a Summon Titan. Wow. Mill 5 cards. Return all lands from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Ooh, that's going in my Omnath deck. Until the next turn, another target creature you control gains trample and gets +X/+X, where X is the number of lands you control. Ooh, wow, this is so pretty. Wall of Omens reprint. When this creature enters, draw a card. Cloud. Oh, this art is so good. What? So good. Okay, we saw this Squall earlier. Morrow. Raging Yeti. Trample at the beginning of combat on your turn. Choose one at random. Other creatures you control get +3 and gain trample. Discard your hand, then draw 4 cards, or it deals 5 damage to a target. The Wind Crystal. White spells cost 1 less to cast. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. And for 6 creatures you control, gain flying and lifelink until the end of turn. 7th Heaven. Let's go. Ambrosia. Wow. 2 mana for a flash 2/2 bird. When Ambrosia Whiteheart enters, you may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. Whenever a land you control enters, it gets +1 until the end of turn. Grahatia. Reach 3/5. Whenever one or more other creatures and or artifacts you control die, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. All right. We got a Zidane again. A Freya. During your turn, Freya has flying. You can tap it, add red, spin this only to cast an equipment spell or activate an equipped ability. 1 mana, 1/1. Wow. Blue magic. When Quistis enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard and mana of any of that type to cast a spell. If a spell would be put into the graveyard, exile it. She's cool. Trino, Dark City. Grampulse. Death Touch 1/1. You can pay 8 until the end of turn. This creature gets +1/+1 for each permanent card in your graveyard. Ooh. Then we have a 2 mana 2/2. You can tap target non-enchantment creature. These names are hard on this one. All right. Hero token. Ooh, and a wizard. And we got a Vincent Valentine. Surge, let's go. Wow. Whenever an opponent controlled dies, put a number of 1/1 counters on Vincent Valentine equal to that creature's power. Whenever Vincent Valentine attacks, you may transform. Wow. Trample lifelink. When Galleon Beast dies, return it to the battlefield tapped. Oh my god. I'm obsessed. So cool. Wow. Ooh. Lap Maniac reprint. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game. Ooh. Let's go. We have a Sephiroth. When Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses a life and you gain a life. If this is the 4th time this ability has resolved, transform. Wow. Flying. As this creature transforms into Sephiroth, 1 winged angel, you get an emblem. Whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses life, you gain a life. Oh my god, so good. Whenever he attacks, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. If you do, draw that many cards. Wow. I'm obsessed. So good. Ultima. So this is another Ultima, but different art, and holy crap, I love that. So good. Minwu, White Mage, Vigilance, Lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on each cleric you control. Jador, Aristocratic Capital. Target opponent mills half their library rounded down. This land enters tapped. Wow. Oh my god. The swamp is sick. Summon Ifrit, GF Ifrit. So you may discard a card. If you do draw a card, add red. Oops. Whoa. Time Sorceress. Enters or attacks reveal 2 at the beginning of your end step. You may pay 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and exile 8 cards from your graveyard. If you do transform. Ooh. When this creature transforms, take an extra turn. Unexpected request. Gain control of target creature until the end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste. You may attach it. If you do, unattach it. Oh yeah, we saw them earlier. Anima. You may draw a card and lose a life. Each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice and loses 3 life. Marlboro, Brad Breath. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life, and exiles the top 3 of their library. It has swamp cycling. Commune with the beavers. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact, creature, or land. Put it into your hand. Put the rest onto the bottom in any order. Rook Turret. So this is a flying. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Oh, doggos. Stop that screaming. All right, we have a surge of hope. I'm so used to my camera being over here, so I need to stay on this side. Whoa, Yoshitaka Amano fatal push art. Oh, I just got goosebumps, you guys. This art is absolutely sick. I'm obsessed. Transpose. Draw a card, then discard a card. You lose a life if the spell is cast from your hand. Make a 0/1 wizard. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent with rebound. Rejoin the fight. Mill 3 cards, then starting with the next opponent. Each opponent chooses a creature card in your graveyard that hasn't been chosen. Return each card chosen this way to the battlefield. Wow. Taru. Whenever they enter, you draw a card. Target opponent may also draw a card. Whenever an opponent draws a card, if it isn't that player's turn, you make a tapped creature or tap treasure token. Okay, this art's super cute too. Let's go. Oh, she's so pretty. Lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on Aerith. When Aerith dies, put X 1/1 counters on each legendary creature control, where X is the number of 1/1 counters on Aerith. Woo! Summon Fenrir. Search your library for a basic land, put onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Whenever you cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it. Draw a card if you control a creature with greatest power or tied for the greatest power. Ignis. Whenever they enter, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a land from among them onto the battlefield top, put the rest onto the bottom in random order. You can pay 3 and tap to exile a target card from a graveyard. If it's a creature, you make a food. Fang, we saw you earlier. Judge. 2 mana with Menace. Whenever another creature or artifact you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Judge. Magister. Realms Sketching. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact, creature, or land. Retrieve the Esper. Make a 3/3 blue robot warrior artifact creature token. If it was cast from your graveyard, put 2 1/1 counters on it. It has flashback. And then we have Far Plain Gateway Town. Oh my gosh. Blazing Bomb. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. You can tap, sacrifice this creature. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. All right, we have a hero token and a food. First card, we have another hope. Oh my god, I wanted this. The Primeval Titan. So sick. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, you may search your library for up to 2 land cards. Put them onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. This art is so good. Oh, a Blitzball Stadium. Whenever this artifact enters, support X. So you pay 3 until the end of turn. Target creature gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player. Draw a card for each kind of counter on it. It can't be blocked this turn. Transpose. Surveil 1. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, you may copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Triple. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy it twice. Ooh. Dion. Island. Ooh, Fang. Different art. Barrett Wallace. So reach. Whenever Barrett attacks, it deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures you control to defending player. Oh, I like that. X Death Void Warlock. Whenever X Death enters, you gain 3 life at the beginning of your end step. If there are 6 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform. Ooh, I love this art. Trample, and its power is equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. So whatever that is, 3. Sorceress Schemes. Return target instant or sorcery from graveyard or exiled card with flashback to your hand. Add 1 red, and it has flashback. I don't think we saw this. Dragoon's Lance. Job select. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 hero, then attach this to it. +1 and is a knight. Creature has flying. Vector Imperial Capital. More eyeballs. Hecked Eyes. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card. And then we have a Town of Ruin. All right. Hero and a bird. What? Gilgamesh, Master at Arms. Whenever Gilgamesh enters or attacks, look at the top 6 of your library. You may put any number of equipment cards from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest onto the bottom in random order. When you put 1 or more equipment onto the battlefield this way, you may attach them to a samurai you control. That's cool. Bruce Tarl. We got a Bruce reprint here. Hugo Kupka. Whenever Hugo enters or attacks, target creature control gains double strike and lifelink until the end of turn. Ooh, Conformer Artifact. Equipped creature has, whenever this creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. If that creature has greater power than this creature, put a number of 1/1 counters on this creature equal to the difference. Waka! Devoted Guardian. Reach, trample. Whenever Waka deals combat damage to a player, destroy up to 1 target artifact that player controls and put a 1/1 counter on Waka. Blitzball Captain. At the beginning of your end step, if a counter was put on Waka this turn, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. I just started playing 10, so these are all familiar, super familiar to me. Create a 1/1 hero token, put a 1/1 counter on it for each land you control. It's an Arcand. So I still forget how they say it though. The land enters tapped, and you add green. Ooh, Sephiroth. You may sacrifice another creature if you do. It's just another art, but wow. Oh, so sick. Oh, we got another one of those. I want to say Zidane, but I looked it up and it's something else and I don't even remember. Rufus. Whenever Rufus attacks, if you don't control a creature named Dark Star, create a Dark Star. 2/2 Black Dog. Cargo Ship. Flying Vigilance. Add colorless mana, spend it only to cast an artifact or activate an ability of an artifact source. Crew 1. Evil Reawakened. Return target creature card from graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. Sorry. Undercity Day Rats. Rat tail. When this creature dies, create a treasure. Item shopkeeper. What can I do for you? And stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Oh, we got a search foil of her. Nice. Luca Stadium, which is a Strixhaven Stadium reprint. Oh, this card is good. Balafir and Fran. Reach. Vehicles you control get +1/+1. Have vigilance and reach whenever a vehicle crewed by Balafir and Fran this turn attacks. If it's the first combat phase, you may pay 3. If you do, there's additional combat phase. Snort. Each player may discard their hand and draw 5 cards. It deals 5 damage to each opponent who discarded their hand this way, and it has flashback. G-Door. Just alternate art there. The Earth Crystal. Green spells cost 1 less. If 1 or more 1/1 counters will be put on a creature, twice that many 1/1 counters are put on instead. And for 6, distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among 2 target creatures you control. Wow. Love that. Prompto. Little selfie shot. Ambrosia. Crystal Fragments. Equipped a creature gets +1/+1. You can pay 7, exile this, return it transformed. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control. Tap all creatures your opponents control. Wow. Love that. Sandworm. Haste. Whenever this creature enters, destroy target land. Its controller may search their library for a basic land. Put it onto the battlefield tapped. Phoenix Down. Exile this artifact. Choose 1. Return target creature with mana 4 or less from graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Exile target skeleton, spirit, or zombie. Warrior's Sword. Equipped a creature gets +3/+2 and is a warrior in addition to its types. Magic Pot. When this dies, make a treasure token. You can sacrifice it to add a mana of any color or exile a target card from a graveyard. Weapons Vendor. When this creature enters, draw a card. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control an equipment, you may pay 1. When you do, attach target equipment you control to target creature you control. Aw, we're almost done. We have... Oh! A frog! Oh my god, I love that frog token. Noctis. Oh, sorry. We got a Surge Noctis. I love this cloud art. It's a Najila. Wow. Dang, so good. Absolute Virtue. This spell can't be countered flying. You have protection from each of your opponents. Cypher. Oh, I wanted this card so bad. Tifa Lockhart. Whenever a land you control enters, double Tifa's power. Oh, I wanted this one so bad. Industrial Regency. Oh, I got a Waste. So good. Eden. So mill 2 cards. You can add a colorless or mill 2 cards for 5. Then you may sacrifice this land. When you do, return a target permanent card from graveyard to your hand. So cool. Oh, we saw this earlier, just not this art. I love this art. Sid. Artifact creatures and heroes you control get +1/+1 for each artifact you control and each artificer card in your graveyard. A deck can have any number of cards named Sid as cycling. Oh my gosh, this guy. Search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tab, then shuffle landfall. When a land you control enters, another target creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains trample. Obnoxious Octopus. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana... Oh, we saw this earlier. Just different art. Trample. When this creature enters, gain 3 life. Forest cycling. Light of Judgment. Deals 6 damage to target creature. Destroy up to 1 equipment attached to that creature. That's cool. Bard's Bow. +2/+2. And reach. And is a bard. All right. We have a food, And a hero. Triple triad. Whoa. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player exiles the top card of their library until the end of turn. You may play the card you own exile this way, and each other card exile this way with lesser mana without paying its mana cost. Oh, that's cool. And we have a Bruce. Ah! My girl Yuna! Let's go! Search foil Yuna! Add 1 mana of any color when you cast a creature spell. That creature enters with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. Whenever another permanent you control is put into graveyard from battlefield, if it had 1 or more counters on it, you may put that number of 1/1 counters on target creature. Oh, she's so pretty. I'm obsessed. Oh, this guy. Create a 2/2 black zombie. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1. That's crazy. When Hildebrand dies, you may cast it from graveyard as an adventure. Wow. Summon Titan. We saw that earlier. Primal Odin. Destroy target creature an opponent controls. This creature gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player. That player loses the game. Draw 2 cards. Each player loses 2 life. Wait, we got the other meld card. Ah! Ragnarok. Let's go. Vanilla. Like, I just want to say vanilla, but vanilla, I can't even say it now. When she enters, you mill 2 cards to return a permanent from graveyard to your hand. At the beginning of your first main phase, if you have both her and Fang, you can pay 5 and then exile and meld them together. Oh, I wanted this card. Shantoto. So for 3 mana, it's a legendary creature. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, gets +X/+0 until the end of turn, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. If X is 4 or more, draw a card. Want to build a commander with this. Diamond Weapon. Reno and Rude. Menace. Whenever Reno and Rude deals combat damage to a player, exile the top of their library. You may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, you may play the exile card this turn and spend any mana to cast it. Shiva. Tap target creature an opponent controls. Put a stun counter on it. Draw a card for each tapped creature your opponents control. Magic Damper. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until the end of turn. Untap it. A Chocomoth and an Iron Giant. Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. Hey, I'm pretty happy with my pulls. I got all the cards that I was really looking forward to. All my favorite characters. So it's pretty sick. Thank you so much for watching the collector booster opening.